Hello and welcome to Treasure Vessels, our audio podcast where we want to discuss your songs in the light of the living Word of God.
Hey, hello everybody. This is Carolyn Burnett and I'm coming to you from Lexington, Kentucky. Again, it seems like always on a Saturday, but Saturdays are great for getting together with people around the world. And right now it is 11 in the morning for me. And with me today, of course, in Germany is Jonathan, who has his nice picture there. And Manasseh Nan, my fellow host. Hi, Manasseh.
Hello, Caroline. Hello, people. This is Manasseh from Pune, India. And at the moment, it's 8:30 p.m. in the evening here. And we would like to welcome Clive, a wonderful artist from Great Britain. Welcome, Clive. Welcome to Treasure Vessels.
Thank you.
Clive, tell everybody your SoundCloud name there.
Yeah, I am S2a Recordings, Extinction of the New Dinosaurs. Have you got that? Nice one.
Got it. Okay, what time is it there?
It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, what's the weather like?
It is actually quite a nice day. I've been out with the dog today, been traipsing around the woods.
Oh, yeah?
So I've been busy.
So do you live near the woods?
Yeah, I live in a very rural part of the UK. It's just all farm.
Okay. All right, yeah. You have more than one dog?
Yeah, it's got one dog, Jack Russell.
A Jack Russell?
Jack Russell, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I know somebody had a Jack Russell. It could eat anything. It ate car parts.
Well, I don't do that. But yeah, she's all right. So so been busy, been messing around, waiting for you. So,
yeah. Okay. Well, good. Well, we're really happy to be able to be welcomed into your home and your music room.
Yeah.
And
this
your
is my den. This is where it all happens. This is where I inflict my personality on the world via the wonderful World Wide Web.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. And I call mine a cave.
Yeah.
My husband calls it a cave anyway. So, okay, anyway, before we get going too much farther, let's let people hear a little bit of your music. Totally intense stuff.
Yeah, I'm afraid I'm a bit like that. It's probably one of the reasons why I've got no friends.
No, I don't know. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. You know, it's like I don't remember the first song that I ever heard of yours, but it was your words that got me and I was like, wait a minute, what did he say? And I was so happy when I saw that you posted your lyrics there in all of your songs. And so I really got to know you a little bit through reading your lyrics. And I know I've told you before, I think you're brilliant. Well, I mean, the way that you write and you express yourself and the things that you say, even though, they're almost frightening and they're so intense and strong. But it takes a very brave person to say everything that you say. It's nothing to be afraid of, or I don't know. I can't explain it. I think that you're a great artist for the things that you express to people, and you have a lot of really goodness in your words. And if somebody were to just listen to your music and not pay attention to what you're saying, the whole entire picture of your tune, they may not think that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's I go out of my way a little bit to. I mean, I was born of punk rock. That's what I love. Yeah, it was the whole mentality of anyone can do it. I'm not a musician. I've never been trained. I'm quite an obsessive person. When I set my mind to something, I go, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I sort of set myself a goal in life, and that was to keep hitting the guitar until it made a tune. Do you know what I mean? And that's how I always say that. Yeah, I've been detuning my guitar by hitting it, really, and that's sort of what I do. But yeah, I've been writing a long time, since I was a little boy. So and I've got, well, they're all up there, I can't see it, but I've got heaps and heaps of jotters, and I just write stuff down. It's sort of like it's like people go to counselling. Yeah, I just write shit down. It's like
Hey.
yeah, there's a lot of things in the world that sort of really knock me. They really, I get fed up with it. I see injustice everywhere, and then I think, but as life's political, and it is political, and you've got to say what you feel, and you've got to say what you think. And there are so many good people out there, but they just don't know what to say or what to say. They say it amongst themselves. They chunter amongst their friends and go, yeah, I'm not happy with this, or I don't want that to happen. But then don't do anything about it. And I think, okay, we go there and we put a cross on a piece of paper to vote and democracy and things like that. And let's go, but what does it do? What does it achieve? The only way to really get through to people is like this thing here. I just wish this computer was about when I was a boy, like the things we can do now. But then we've got it, and like we're all in our middle age now. We're sort of getting up there in the top end of the 30s and 40s now. And I go, what are the kids doing with this now? They should be using this as a tool, man. They should be out there doing stuff with it. But all the kids I see, they're just doing that with their thumbs, And I'm in danger of sounding like my dad. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
hey, don't we all sound like our parents when we get older?
These phases, I suppose, where everybody goes through. But it's like, yeah. So yeah, the music is aggressive. I do like a fast, aggressive music. I like to move. I like to dance. Yeah, I like all this stuff that's about on all the electronic music and that people are doing. I don't know if I'm brave enough to take it on. Really, I still like the noise of banging the guitars, really, but I do quite like the electronic sort of side of it. Yeah. So
it's all got its place. That's definitely for sure. To me, everybody, we touch different people. That's why there's so many different artists out there. Yeah,
precisely.
It's even the same thing with preachers. I mean, there's some preachers I like to listen to, and others I can't stand. So. Hey, it's everybody's got something. Hey, let's rein in here on your song that we asked you to interview today, and it's called Breakdown, and you have a couple versions on your page.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's all written from the heart. It's sort of like it was written at a time when I was sort of feeling pretty low, And you reach inside yourself, you reach inside yourself for them moments, for the imaginary voices inside your head, not that I'm a schizophrenic or anything, but it's like, you know what I mean? It's, when you're really down, something talks to you, and you want answers, and you want to believe in something, but you sort of, and that's what it's all about, really.
Okay. Well, definitely we'll talk about those voices here in a minute. I want to. You're not the only one. We all have voices, and if anyone denies it, they're lying. Okay. Now, okay. Do you want to read the words, or would you like me to read them?
Go on, you read them on, because I ain't got them on me.
Okay, here we go. Break down or break through. Am I going mad? Delusional, inspirational fad. Or voices that come from God via angels that turn me into a true believer. Religious psychotic episode. Hallucinatory receiver. My brain is the biggest deceiver. I wouldn't believe a word it ever told me. Please, all I want you to do is hold me. But I keep talking to someone who isn't there. If they never listen, then why would they care? Like a nothing, like a nobody like me. Tell me where you want me to be, even if it's hell. Then at least I know I'd be in the right place already.
There you go, pretty self-explanatory, really, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much, but we're going to break down a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to break it down. So you had Sally singing the song, and she played the guitar on it, and she sounds really great.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very nice sounding song, and let's go ahead and just listen to a little piece of it. So it's not one of your loud banging songs.
No.
I really like it. Sally singing on it and her guitar playing, and it kind of it takes your words and calms them down a little bit and puts you into more thinking about what's being said. And like in my own life, I have experienced a lot of these own things, even as being a person who believes in God and prays to Jesus. I have still had some of these own thoughts myself. So do Christians around the world.
Well, you'd have to, wouldn't you? You've got to. You can't believe everything. You got to question everything, even everything. If you believe in God, you've got to question that, haven't you? Really, you've got to question what God says to you. Yeah. Everybody has their own beliefs. So I dig that. I can, as much as I say, like, I'm an atheist, it's like there's got to be something bigger than anything. I've got a friend, Binks McWobbler. He's brilliant, he is. But he says, we're just really lucky space monkeys flying around on a rock, and it's like, well, yeah. As much as I like that idea, it's like it's got to be a point to all of this somewhat. I'm just wasting my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's kind of take this a little bit. Let's take it a little bit slower here on your song, and we're going to go through some of the lyrics and talk about them.
Yeah.
Okay. Break down or break through. Even just that right there says a lot.
Well, it's just like, you're going to break down. Is it going to be something that kills you? Is it something that's going to break your soul? It's going to break your spirit. It's going to break your mind. It's going to break some part of it. Or are you going to use this moment? It's like you're going to step through. It's like, you've got to move on, haven't you? now. We're in the here and now. You can't go backwards. You can't change time. As much as Cher would say that she'd like to, you can't do it, you know. All we can do is just manipulate what we can see in front of us in order to carry on with the next step, you know. And we've got to get over things any which way we can. Even if we have to talk to ourselves and to give ourselves a bit of a telling off to get a grip, you know. Carry on. Carry on. That's all there is to do. If you don't carry on, if you don't fight it through, it's the end, isn't it? You can't give in. You never surrender. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's a good song too.
Yeah, well, it's that one, I suppose.
So, you know, like to me, breakdown or breakthrough, now I take that in a spiritual as well as mental way. Because
I wrote it pretty much spiritual, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I took that too.
Yeah, no, it's, I sort of, it was what was in my heart at the time, and I wrote it down, you know. It was a really bad time. I can't even remember what it was about now. That's the stupid thing, mate. We have bad times. Yeah. And we go, were we really going through a bad time because of that? Was that the thing that was getting you down? But yeah. And that's how it all came out, really. It just spewed out on the page like that, and it was like, yeah.
To me, if I think that you are probably a person who thinks a lot. I just have, and I think a lot too. My mother and people in my family always tell me, you think too much, stop thinking too much. And when I am breaking down, at moments when I'm breaking down, it's because I am usually thinking too much of my own faults, my own areas where I'm weak and where I have failed.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's it. You think you failed. You know what? People out there, they look at us and they don't actually give a shit, do they? They don't actually care whether we're failures or successes or not. You know, it's all the self, isn't it? It's in your heart. You know, you go, oh God, you know, if only I came up to the standards of next door, you know, and I had what they had, you know. And it's like, actually, you don't mean nothing. You've just got to live your life and crack on with it. That's what it all boils down to. Yeah. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, to me, actually, it's a little bit different because I always feel like, because I can't get into a huge thing about my past or whatever, but God has always been important to me, and I always had this feeling like I was letting God down.
Yeah, well, that's not fair. That's not fair, though, is it? You know.
No, see, even though I have to clarify this a little bit, that I understand that God loves me anyway. He knows I mess up, and that's why he sent Jesus to forgive me and help me out. I still have this guilt mentality that stuck with me since I was a child, and sometimes it's hard to break through it. But if I start thinking about God's promises and good things, I will break through. If I stop thinking about myself and start thinking about him, then I do break through.
Well, then that's sort of like your crutch, and that's what you get through. That's your band-aid that helps you. Yeah, and that's good, isn't it? I mean, you know, everyone has their own thing, and that's it.
Everybody does. Okay, let's go on to the next part. It says, Am I going mad? Delusional, inspirational, fad. I don't know. We can break down every line, or we can bunch some of them together here.
You do what you want, my love.
Well, am I going mad? We pretty much kind of
searching questions once again. You know, I'm talking to people that are not there. Am I talking to myself? Am I talking to God? Who am I talking to? What am I talking to? Why am I talking to? And you know what? I'm talking to myself. It's me that needs to sort out the problem, isn't it? It's me, you know. But I mean, it's sort of, the story goes along, you know. It's like, you know, just tell me if I'm in hell already, if you do exist. Because if I'm in hell already, then I'm in the right bloody place, yeah. Because that's where I should be. Like, whatever I've done to upset or hurt people, then I'm in hell for it. I'm living my own personal hell, you know. And we put ourselves through it, isn't it? It's Catholicism, isn't it? That's what it's all about. You know, it's the sin and it's like, it's all the guilt that goes with it and everything, isn't it? You know, we're just mortals, aren't we? Just humans. You know, we're only here for like 70 years. It's a blinking of an eye. You know, it's like it means nothing. We're so short. What is it to get so upset about? It's about forgiveness. If you've done something wrong, you say you're sorry to someone, and then it should all be over. There should be no drawn out, well, I'm going to hold it against you for the rest of your life. You know what? But people do. And they're unenlightened, And although, it's okay, you've got your beliefs and everything, and you feel that you're enlightened through that. But I feel as if I'm enlightened because I can see the sands in the hourglass running out, and I'm enlightened because I'm going, if I don't do what I need to do, if I don't do what I want to do now, there's going to be no more time left, So I'm trying to cram as much as I can in, and I'm trying not to upset people. And if I do upset them, you know what? Even if it's their fault, I'll say I'm sorry because life's too fucking short,
That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I've been saying to you. I mean, you have a lot of truth in what inside of you, in the things that you write, and the stuff that you write about. It's in the Bible. I mean, the things that you believe.
Yeah, because it's life, isn't it? Life's in the Bible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's how we live, isn't it? It's there's no mystery to it. It's just
Yeah, that's a very beautiful thing you said, because this, many people say this is a storybook or a religious book. And I say, no, this is not a religious book. This is just a book of life, of truth, of a way of living. And that is a very wonderful thing you just said, that the reason it is coming out from you, or as Caroline said, whatever you talk is very much related to the scriptures. And the reason is because, that is a book of life, and whatever we go through or we see or experience in our life is written there. And, even the answers, if we are looking for some answer, that is there in it. And, if I have a question, you cannot answer that question correctly, which I'm looking for, because, only Jesus can answer every individual question.
Well, there are no answers, are there, The only answers in your heart that you make, and there's only two ways, isn't there? Right and wrong, right? And that's all there is, right and wrong. Yeah, it's either you got you're right. You got it on the head there, right? So yeah, I mean, people read the book, don't they? People like the Bible. Fair play to them. It's not just the Bible; it's every other religious book. People feel the need that they can't do it alone. And I reckon that's why religion's there. It's a community thing. But then you've got to understand there are idiots out there like me that I try to do it on my own, So yeah, I've read the Bible. I went to school, I went to a religious school. Sorry, am I talking? I'll shut up. Yeah.
No, you're you guys. I am totally loving this. Hey,
Clive, because I'm totally agreeing with you what you're saying, because. We humans, we made these schools and these religious stuff. This book was given to us to, see our life through it, or, live our life through it. But we said, no, this is a religion. We just interpreted it wrong. And we just made our mind these are the rules and all, everything. That is, that happens when we see this book without Jesus. If we are just, taking this book as a storybook or a history book, we are just not looking at Jesus, but just looking at these papers and, these texts. If we are looking it through Jesus, then we see why we call it as a life book, or why this is not a religious thing. Or because, religion is not mentioned anywhere in this Bible. It doesn't say, form this community or form this building or form this group. It is just talking to reach out to everyone to show the love of the God, why He sent His only Son, as we believe, and why He's still waiting. As you say, tell me, if I need to be, or if I have to go to hell, or if I have to go to heaven, just tell me right now. So, same way, He's just not just punishing us just straightforward, but He's waiting for us so that we just see the truth, and we just if it's a breakdown or a breakthrough. So that fits very well. If we see our past and see, okay, we have done wrong. If we realize it after looking at the truth, it's not a totally breakdown, but it's like a breakthrough. that you're going through it. You now came to a point where you saw the truth, and now you know the reality, and now you are going through it. So the confusion is very good, a very valid confusion, which is in every one of us. Even when I was, observing things, like when I was going through the Bible, when I was not baptized, and I didn't accept it. I used to question a lot, why this, or am I doing this right, or many different kind of questions. Even for example, if a person, okay, I'll just get an example from Bible. Moses was leading Israel from Egypt, and he spoke to Pharaoh a lot of times. Every time Pharaoh was getting more brutal and rude to the people of God, and Moses was questioning a lot of times. There is a verse where he says, "So Moses went back to the Lord and protested, 'Why you have mistreated your own people like this, Lord? Why did you send me?'" So when we don't get the answer, we do feel like we are broke. So that is not like, we know God did help the Israel people, and they did came to the promised land. So same way, it takes a little time, and then every person get to see what God wants to show and reveal to them. So the reason I like all of your songs, because as Caroline said, they are all talking about the um, life things, what all we go through, and that is pure from your heart. Whatever you experience and you want to share with people, you just say it. You don't think twice. Oh, do I need to modify the words, or do I need to, hold back those words? That is how God is using you. I feel that even if you don't, yeah, even if you don't realize. Yeah.
No, he doesn't talk to anyone through me. I talk.
Right. When God is using words, or God is using water to nourish plants and everything, then the same way God is using you, even if you don't know. That's what
Seriously,
I.
right? Yeah, seriously.
Hey,
Well, I do respect everybody, right? I respect everybody that has religious beliefs. It's up to them, isn't it? It's. I'm not there saying, "Oh, there is no God" to people, because some people actually believe that. So that's their choice, isn't it? It's all about choice, and we have to make the right choices all the time. You don't have to follow any kind of God to make the right choice. I don't know. It's like we live in this neutral universe. This universe, right? It's just there. It's smack in the middle. Really bad things happen, and really good things happen, and right and wrong in this realm where we live. It's all of man's own making. It's like what we decide, and it's what we want to do. And the right way, if you want to call it God, okay, fair enough, But there is a right way to actually, do unto others. I mean, your book is pretty cool like that, because it's got loads of like stuff in it that's love thy neighbour as your own and all the crap like that, and don't kill people, and all your 10 Commandments and all that. That's all pretty standard stuff, And the fact that that's written down and documented, it's like pretty good. Because I think sometimes, we're getting to an age, where people are sort of forgetting that actually the etiquette of life. I mean, I swear too much, I drink too much, But then I think, you know what? I'm not a bad person, so yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I need to learn. I need to get a grip of myself a little bit. I'm just waffling now.
hey, we all go through different phases in our life, and yeah, I think that you're a good person too, and I don't believe you do anything to harm anybody, especially intentionally. Just because of what I read in your words, that you care about people, you are frustrated and upset about injustice and things that are done wrong on the earth.
And you know what?
And you write about it.
I do make mistakes, and I do hurt people. And you hurt those that are closest to you. That's the problem, isn't it?
We never do it on purpose, but we all do it to
We've
each
always got an
other.
excuse, haven't we? We've always got an excuse. We've always got a reason why we're doing it, and it's like it's just not good enough, isn't it? Really.
What I really think when I hurt somebody, like my husband who's closest to me, usually when I hurt him is when I'm mad or upset at myself.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
just, you know, when you're frustrated with yourself,
Uh-huh.
you've not had enough coffee or sugar or something like that.
Whatever. Bad day at work. It could be anything, but it's just like, you know, we get stressed out and frustrated, and so we all do it to each other, and it's part of being human. And you know, God knows that about us, and He loves us anyway.
Well, let's hope so, shall we?
Okay, so we're going to come back next time with our wonderful guest here, Clive.
Please join us next time for part 2 of this interview. Until then, God bless and thank you for listening.